Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Fugazi MMA. We back with another video, man. Today, I bring to you UFC 302 predictions, right? My second prediction video on this channel, man. I'm grinding out here, man. Let's look at this card right here. If I had to rate this card out of 10, I would give it like a high 7. We got some interesting matchups here on the prelims. The main card could be better. Like, please get Almeida and Romanov off the fucking main card. Please, like, I'm praying to the UFC gods, man. Get these fucking blobs out of here, right? Somehow, Jelta Almeida is fucking stacked on all the sauces in the world, and he's still a blob. He's got the blob fighting style. But regardless, man, let's jump right into it. We're gonna start with this fight right here, because I really don't care. I can't be bothered, dude. This is the dude that got bit a while ago, and he literally doesn't even have a picture, right? I don't care about Rich Raposo. Alan Perez versus Jocelyn Edwards, right? Two fat ass ladies, right? And they're not fat, their asses are. Now, Alan Perez has like this shtick of winning fights that she clearly lost, and the rightful pick would be her here. But I just have a feeling, man, this is a fight everybody expects her to win, which is exactly why she's gonna lose. My prediction is Jocelyn Edwards. I literally don't know anything about both of these people, except that she twerks. That's it. Moving on, man. Basil Hafez versus Mickey Gall, dude. I don't know why Mickey Gall is fighting. I don't know who he has blown, but this dude is still in the UFC, and he's getting matched up against this motherfucker, dude. This fucking mutant, little gnome of an individual, right? On his debut, did pretty well against JDM. JDM was fighting like a retard, because I think the weight cuts had to do something with it. But Basil Hafez was putting a fucking beating on him. I think for his second fight, he's going to look to put on a performance, and he's going to smoke Mickey Gall, because Mickey Gall is fucking old as hell. He's been in the UFC way too long. He's ready to get out of there, man. Basil Hafez, first round. Let's go knockout. I can see like a ground and pound TKO right here. Moving on, man. We got Nico Price, Alex Morono, the two I don't even know, the two NPCs of the welterweight division, right? We got a couple of these welterweight NPCs up in here. The difference is Alex Morono still looks decent. Nico Price is looking like his chin is falling apart. How do you get KO'd by those pity-pat little uppercuts from Robbie Lawler, dude? So, I don't know. Morono's looked good in his last one. I think it was against Joaquin Buckley. And Nico Price hasn't fought since UFC 290, so gotta go with Morono. I could see a damage-based decision, or like a second round TKO. Moving on, man. Phil Rowe versus Jake Matthews. This is actually an interesting matchup. You know, two kind of journeymen of the UFC, I would say. Except I feel like these guys are like a little bit past their prime, and these guys are a little younger in their career. I'm liking Phil Rowe for this one. I think he has really good clinch striking. I think he's kind of motivated in his career. Like, he literally took a grappling match against Craig Jones, got highlight reeled. But that shows that he's willing to compete. He's willing to get out there and do things. And he's training and trying to improve. Like, the only reason for Phil Rowe, well, there's two reasons. One, for the clout. And the only two reasons for him to take a fight against Craig Jones is one, the clout, and two, just to get some experience out there, man. So I'm liking Phil Rowe by decision. I think Jake Matthews, he doesn't really have any good wins. And I'm going to trust in Phil Rowe in this one, even though he fucking lost to Neil Magny. Moving on, man. Grant Dawson versus Joe Solecki. Both chinny American grapplers. But I'm going to go Grant Dawson, man. I really don't think there's too much to this matchup. Grant Dawson, he's just in a better camp, better place in his career. I just feel like he's a better fighter overall. And if I was Grant Dawson, honestly, I'd just keep this fight standing. And I think he will whoop Joe Solecki. A little bit pillow-fisted, so I'm going to go decision with this guy. Phil Rowe by decision as well. Cesar Almeida versus Roman Kopylov. This is a fun matchup, dude. If I was Joe Rogan, I'll be like, Alex Pereira, dude. Now, that is a factor, and I think that if you're looking like Glory striker versus UFC striker, a Glory fighter should win most of the time. But Cesar Almeida hasn't looked like deadly out there. He hasn't looked devastating. Like, he's won, but I don't think he's smoking Roman Kopylov. But I'm gonna go with Almeida by decision. I think Kopylov is coming off kind of like a demotivating loss, and he's coming up against a 4-0 dude who's a glory kickboxer, and I think that he's just gonna get shown what real striking is. I think a lot of MMA strikers aren't really that good at striking. It just works that way because it's MMA. So yeah, Cesar Almeida by decision. That might be an interesting pick. I'm going against the grain here, but that's the feeling I'm getting. Moved on to the main card, man. Randy Brown versus fucking, I'm not saying this name, the dude that spinning wheel kicked Strickland. Is Oleksiejczuk Dos Santos. There you go. I think Randy Brown should get this one done here. He's tall, he's lanky, he's the younger dude, and Oleksiejczuk Dos Santos, man, he's just old. He's just getting older, and I feel like with every single fight, his chances of winning just gets littler, smaller, and smaller every single time. I think Randy Brown is gonna be able to utilize his range, keep him on the outside. He looks like he's developing his power a little more, which I like to see. Randy Brown's still kind of young in his career. I think he's like, 6-1 to UFC. Only lost to JDM, which isn't a bad loss. Now we're looking at where JDM is. And, yeah, man. 6'3", 5-inch reach advantage. And, yeah, I think he should be able to get a late TKO here. Maybe like a third round or decision. All right. Almeida versus Romanov. Going Almeida here. Romanov is not good. He's just fat. He knows how to grapple, and Almeida should just be able to sit on him for 3 rounds. Or if Almeida is looking like he wants to actually like be a fighter, then maybe he gets like an arm triangle. Like look at this dude, man. He just belongs in an arm triangle. I think Almeida will be able to get it done. Let's do second round submission on this one. Now move on. Kevin Holland, Michelle Oleksiejczuk. I don't know why this dude's in the hood, but he is. This is an interesting matchup, short notice as well, but Kevin Holland does good in these short notice, like, oh, we need another fight for UFC 302. Hey, let's call Kevin Holland. And I think that Kevin Holland was at welterweight, and that welterweight speed and skill, and he's got a fucking 7-inch reach advantage. I think Oleksiejczuk was just smoked at 299, and I think Kevin Holland is going to notice that. I think he's going to put pressure on him early. He's just got that like funky style that just catches somebody off guard, man. I think he'll be able to do that against Makhachev here. And plus, Kevin Holland actually needs to win here, right? He's on a, I think, 2-fight skid, if I'm not mistaken. JDM and then MVP. Yeah, 2-fight skid. Then he's actually motivated. He's like, fuck, man, I got to get a win in here. Get another big fight, keep his ranking. Yeah, man, I like that. It's a middleweight. You don't got to cut that much weight. I think he could sit down on his power and put Makhachev out in the first round. I could see a submission, like an old club and sub, like kind of like what he did to Chiesa, which I predicted perfectly, by the way. I don't got the receipts on me right now, but I can show y'all later on. But Kevin Holland, I could see him hurting him, grabbing like a Darce or a Gilly, or climbing on his back. Holland has decent offensive like submissions. He doesn't have that really good like wrestling, but he can submit somebody. And I think he can do that with Makhachev. First round submission by Kevin Holland. Moved on, man. Oops. Co-main event. Strickland versus Paulo Costa. I don't know why this is fucking... What is going on here? What is going on, UFC.com? Thank you. Bring me back here. I think Strickland is going to struggle with Costa early, man. I think Costa has been looking better and better, right? I'm liking this activity from him because he usually fights once a year. And he fought in February in his best performance, right? Where he was looking clean, looking fast, utilizing his jab, his kicks. And I think he can give trouble to Strickland, dude. He has that style where he can use his kicks and just to neutralize Strickland's striking at first. I don't think the grappling is going to be a factor here. I don't think it'll be effective for Costa to shoot because it's a 5-round fight and I think Strickland can outlast Costa. Overall, I'm going to go Strickland by decision, but I wouldn't be surprised if Costa gets the upset. I think a lot of people are counting out Costa. And I think it really just depends on how Strickland shows up. If he uses his teeps, if he gets active and pushes Paulo back, he could win this easily. But I don't know what Strickland does. He's kind of inconsistent. Like, one day he'll just fucking teep the fuck out of one of the best strikers in the middleweight division in Adesanya. But one day he'll just throw 200 jabs against Dricus and lose a close decision. So overall, I'm going to go Strickland, but I could see Costa winning the first 3 and winning the decision as well. It's totally possible. I just don't trust in Costa either. Like, both of these guys are pretty inconsistent. So yeah, that's my pick. Strickland by decision, baby. Moving on to the main event. I already broke this card down. Jesus Christ, look at those odds. That makes a lot of sense, man. I already broke this down on my own video. I'll pop it up on the top right with a card. Y'all should go watch that video. Great video, by the way. Leave a like and comment, type shit. Yeah, Islam by submission. I think probably first or second round. He's looking to make a statement, and I think that's how he's gonna do it. I doubt he's gonna want to play on the feet with Dustin. It's just not worth it. Like, if you get that first round sub, you can have that claim over Oliveira and Khabib, right? And then one more win, he's the lightweight GOAT, right? It's that simple. And yeah, I'm not gonna delve into it too much. If you want to see me like talk about it in depth, I got another video on that. Just click the card in the top right. But yeah, man, this has been the UFC 302 predictions. Thank you all for watching. I'll do a little recap after the event is done to see, how well I did on picks. But yeah, man, hope y'all having a good day, man. Peace out.